So I got a $5 box of bananas. It was full to the top. And kids are eating some and having a snack in a little platter over there. And now I'm freezing some for when they're ridiculously priced. They're all perfect. And I'm also chopping up the peels to go into the compost for the garden beds. So yeah, we're going to prep a lot of stuff that we got this week for future weeks into freeze. Now they're frozen. I drop them into a bag and stick individually frozen on the tray. I drop them into a bag and stick them in the freezer, and I can use them for baking and smoothies. I will do another tray of those later. I don't have room for them right now, but I have plenty and they'll be fine there. So now I'm moving on to butchering up some chickens. I have 3 chickens. Now I can do this one of 2 ways. Sometimes I will just roast all of them. We'll have roast chicken. I'll shred the meat off and then keep the bones and make a bunch of stock. Awesome. Or the other way I can do it is I can butcher them up and get 6 breasts, 6 thighs, 6 chicken legs, etc. and like tenderloins and all that. And then keep the bones and whatever meat and gristles left on that and boil that up for stock, depending on what I want. But I got 3 chickens for $10 and I'm going to show you what that turns into. Got my cutting board here. I'm going to give that a rinse. I just cut the bananas on it. My knife a rinse. I put out some baking paper to put my cuts of meat on to help stop the blood and guts, the blood going everywhere. All right, so I have baby in the background here, numbing on an orange, so you might hear him. But I've got my chicken and I've got it top side up. So this is the tail, that's the spine, which means there's the breasts, the legs, the thighs, and the wings. So now I'm going to butcher that up. Alright, so I decided to just do 2 of the chickens. So you can see I have 4 legs. I left 2 with the thigh on. I have 4 wings, 4 breasts, and some jibbly bits. Then over here I have... Alright, so in the end I decided to just butcher up 2 of the chickens. So you can see I have 2 legs here with the thigh on, 2 normal legs, 4 wings, 4 chicken breasts, 2 with the skin on, 2 with the skin off, and sort of little jubbly bits from all over the chicken that were just awkwardly shaped. I wasn't super pedantic. I left a lot of meat and skin and fat on here because I'm going to boil this up for a stock anyway. And then I have my third chicken here, which I'm just about to season, stuff an onion or a potato in, and throw into the oven. I've got my discards in this pot, and I'm going to stick them in the fridge after I've bagged up all of my meat here. And then once I have cooked this chicken, I'll pour the cooked chicken juices and any leftovers of this chicken in there with some onion peels, some garlic, some salt, pepper, and I will have a nice chicken broth, and that'll be a great start to many, many meals. I was pretty generous with my portions. I did 2 chicken breasts in each bag. I usually do 1 per meal, but I've done 2 chicken breasts per bag because they are small chickens. And then I've done all the legs and all the wings in 1 bag because that seems like it'd be a reasonable meal. So that's 3 meals right there of chicken from those 2 carcasses. 1 I've just thrown in the oven, and then I'll have the stock as well. Alright, so I went through the fridge and I pulled out all the sad looking veggies, and I'm going to make my chicken stock now. I have some dried out garlic powder and onion powder that there was so much humidity I forgot to put bay leaves in them. So they're very hard, but they'll be perfect for stock because they're going to sit there and cook for the next several hours down into a stock. And I'm not wasting those perfectly good herbs and spices. So I've got white pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, salt. All you really need, I'd recommend, is salt, pepper, and garlic, and an onion or a lot of onion skins. So I'm cutting the sad bits off of my shallots here, and I will still use these green parts, but this is for a stock. All of this is it's all been washed, but all of this is going to go in the bin after I have extracted all of the flavor and nutrients out of those bones and out of those very sad looking veggies. Hubby was recording, so I'm sorry if it's a bit choppy. He was chatting away. He also took out some of the onion skin thinking I'd put it in there by accident. Shows how much attention he pays. And then I told him, no, that was intentional, so he puts it back. But sad carrots, some sad shallots. This celery has been in the bottom of my fruit and veg drawer for a while. It wasn't enough for me to really chop it up and freeze it, so I'm just chopping it up and throwing it into my stock. So there you go. I ended up using shallots, celery, carrots, and an onion, and then I covered that with a boiling kettle of water and maybe another one later on once it started to reduce down. I'll probably let this cook until after dinner when I'm cleaning up. That'll be 6 to 8 hours, and I will have a chicken and vegetable stock that I can add to my meals this week. One of them is going to be risotto, so this will be perfect for that. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, the best way you can let me know is to like the video and comment below what more you want to see. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. And you can always see more from me on Instagram and on Facebook. I am Aussie Debt Free Girl all over the interweb, and there's a link in my description and in my channel. I boiled that off and removed the impurities and then turned it down to a low simmer for the next few hours. Thanks for watching.